Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to Small Town USA. It's out here by a little pull-off area. It's off the highway. Just kind of looking over my fields and enjoying my early morning coffee after a nice early morning workout. It is a little after 7 o'clock in the morning, middle of November. Definitely getting cold. It's currently 20 degrees and as you might be able to see, there are snow flurries coming down. And I still have a little bit more field work I want to do before winter truly sets in. So we're going to come over to my truck and we're going to go take a look at... Ooh! I need to get a belt looked at, it sounds like. If you keep... I apologize. I have something USB related that keeps disconnecting and reconnecting and disconnecting and reconnecting. I pulled everything. I've tried looking at all my connections. Everything seems solid with all my USB ports and everything. So I really don't know what it is. I may need to do a little bit more thorough clean out. But it is what it is. So we do own quite a bit of land now. So if you remember from our first look at this map, to be fair, I think I have it set for like 2 or 3 days per month. But if you remember from last time, man, I always forget just how crazy these roads are when I'm in first person. As far as where we were talking about building our farm. So I do own the field over here to the right. That whole field. I do own this field to the left. And the one that's going to be coming up here as well on the left. I own one all the way in the south part of the county. I call them county. You may call it a map. To me, it's all the same. But, yeah. So, if I remember correctly, one of the things that was mentioned was that when we actually get legit snow, like accumulating snowfall, these main roads need plowed as well. So, I do have setups in place or, ready to go for that. But, to start off, we do have a couple of things out front here. Which I thought I did... Obviously, I have a light there, but I thought I did one over on this other one. But we do have two shops, little farm shop things out here. I had a electric company come out and install the light pole out here. And there's, of course, is our mailbox. The county didn't want us putting it on this side for some reason. They wanted it on that side. I find it annoying as heck either way, but yeah. The field on the right is one that I dug in. I plowed it up. It was just like a field, grass field, not really set up as a field that Farming Simulator recognizes, if that makes sense. But we plowed it up. Every field has had lime, and we've gone through and gotten fertilizer down. So that is where we're at. Our next step is to get rock picking. Hopefully before everything freezes solid. So we do have that set up sitting over there. We do have a little bit of a shop here, so that way when we deal with contracts, we have an office to do that kind of paperwork and be able to keep that separate from the farm, if that makes sense. Most of that stuff is going to entail us using our own equipment anyway, but yeah. So as far as our silo complex, we're going to come over here. Now the idea is if you're coming in to dump, you'll go, that's our little scale house right there, and when we get around to that side, you would weigh in. You don't have to exactly weigh out because unless you're not using one of our semis. If you are using one of our semis, we know the standing weight of those, empty for the most part, so we just need to know how much grain you actually have. So when you're unloading, you weigh in first and then come in. If you're loading up to take to the co-op or wherever to sell, you weigh in after you fill up. And that just kind of helps us keep track of everything. So that's our unload. Those are our staging silos there on top of the shed, of course. And then up we have the dump pit there. That may have gone a little overboard with just how much gravel we have here, but between the tree and the light there, that's designed to help signify, you know, hey, you don't pull out this far. Of course, depending on which way you're going in, you either come into here, and we do have it set up to where we can actually test our own grain as well for moisture. It was a little expensive to get installed, but at the same time worth it. So we can test it to see if we actually need to throw it in the dryer, and or if we can just throw it into one of our big silos. So all right, this truck here is weighing 6,212.9 pounds. So, oh, and I do have a spot for a chainsaw. Never really paid attention to that. I think they have the chainsaw over in the workshop somewhere. I don't know. So I do have 2 pickup trucks that are set up for plowing. The plow for this one that we're driving is there in the back, and then of course our main one. This is more so for us to use around the farm, kind of like our farm truck. But we're gonna park this guy in here. This is more so our farm truck because it does have the fuel tank. This one does have a fuel tank as well, but it's more so set up and designed for plowing, because we do have the V blade. Yeah, the V blade on the front, the Boss DXT. We do have light bar on top, and this was actually my first purchase. So we do have the flatbed there on the back, obviously, but I do like that. We do have a fuel trailer there, but yeah, we're good to go. I actually need to close these doors. Where's the... There's the button for that. That's right. I'll sneak out there. We do have this guy as well that we're going to hook up to the back of one of our tractors. I don't know if it's this guy, one of our other ones. We do have a Kubota here on the farm as a lease. This is our John Deere 8400 that we currently have attached to our rock picker. And you'll notice that as we're playing, because this isn't going to be the only video, I've just been spending a lot of time on this farm, just getting in playing and doing field work and all of that, to the point that I actually forgot I have to do a video for this for you guys on my take on building a farm here on this map. So of course our house we have right next to the horse barn. I don't have any animals purchased as of yet, but we do have this ready to go for whenever we do get the horses brought in. So I hear our dog somewhere. Alright, I hear you whining. I'll get your food. So, I stand corrected, we do have a dog. This is the house that we built. I got a nice grill going on out here. Getting some veggies chopped up. Got some meat on the grill. Getting ready for the day with a nice big hearty breakfast. But this is a nice house because every house or every room you can close a door, you can turn lights on and off. The only thing I'm not a big fan of is the fact that this just seems really low to me. Because with the way I'm seeing here, and it's not like it's a step down into this room. That would be a little bit more understandable, but it's just feels like I would have to duck if I was, you know, walking into this room. That's just me. Because the other doorway heights are fine. I think that one could have been just a little bit higher. Got a bedroom down here. Laundry room right off of the living room with what looks like should be the entertainment TV area, but might just not be 100% completed. Ooh, I can turn the fire on. Nice. I didn't really look at that before. Nice bathroom. I can't remember if this house is on the in-game mod hub or if it's, or if I found it through King Mods. I really don't remember, guys. I'm sorry. Some more bedrooms. Another full bath with a bathtub. Well, that's more like a jacuzzi tub for two, almost. And billiards. Of course, someone was playing cards up here. And this one doesn't look like I can turn the fire on in it. Darn. But, yeah, this is a nice detailed home. I do like the... Well, I love the fact that we can actually enter it. And I have it set up so when we come out this door, it is separate from the front porch. But we can just come right down here into our garage. And don't mind the fact that it looks like it's sunk into the concrete. I just didn't have it flattened enough, so when it altered the terrain, when I pull in here, there's a few spots in here as well that dips even further. So, but this is our Chevy V8. I do like this truck. This is kind of like our gopher truck almost. Just to drive to town to do grocery shopping type of truck. Where is that button? There it is. We do have a landscaping. This is what I consider a landscaping bed. Flatbed that will pull with either that truck or one of the other ones. I'm not sure which. I don't have the equipment for it yet. This is also our bale haul. You know, bale shed, whatever you want to call it. Haven't done any baling yet, so yeah, we're gonna just kind of make our way towards the back, then come back down the other side. I have a greenhouse here for every single option that we can grow. I've already gone through and filled all the water tanks up. So we have 7 options to grow: chili peppers, garlic, lettuce, Napa cabbage, spring onion, strawberries, and tomatoes. Like I said, I just haven't gotten around to doing anything with these yet. Just kind of getting everything prepared, and when I start getting into actually working with this, then we'll start growing things. Because I haven't even gotten anything planted in our fields yet. I have 2 different mushroom greenhouses, essentially, because there are 2 different mushrooms that we can grow. We can do enoki mushrooms or oyster mushrooms. So instead of, having, for the mushrooms, having both growing in the same, trying to make it a little easier so that way when they do produce out and we have the pallets to pick up, it's a little bit easier for me to keep everything organized. I have nothing else up there, just that field. Ooh, speaking of that field, let's get to the map, because I want to show you guys something. This field here, for whatever reason, this part that's tanned out, there's something blocking it. I haven't been able to figure out what it is. And I don't know if it's just the map that I have that causes that or what, but there's something that does not allow me access to that part. So I'm going to be, well, in addition to the altering of the field that I've done already, do I have any other map that shows me? No, I don't. Well, let me get into flight mode. Not super strength, flight. There we go. So the white is what was originally what this field looked like, which includes this part and right now, even up here at this height, I can't cross this boundary. There's something over here that I don't know if it was a building that was put there or what, because the edge of the map is just right there. But it's odd because over here I can get close enough. See, I can get all the way up to here. But now on my left side, I'm following basically this track here because I can't go any farther left. So I just wanted to let you guys know about that. Yeah. This, however, is just kind of what I did to fill in because I tried working with the fingers. It just didn't work out for me. Didn't like it. I like a more even like an oddball shape like this. I'll take that over dealing with those fingers. So it did take a little bit of smoothing out with the terrain, but I didn't really, as you can tell, I didn't outright flatten it. Because we'll come down here to ground level. And you can see just how rolling the terrain is. Like I said, I didn't really flatten it. I just kind of smoothed it out. So there's a difference. Smoothing also doesn't completely destroy your fields. So there is that. So I do have a few solar panels scattered around the field. We do have a windmill right there. That's helping to generate some power. And we do own a radio antenna that is generating income as well over on our far field. So here on the back, I do have a front loader or a wheel loader, something like that. And this is our boss plow for that. It looks like it tipped over into the shed. At least tipped over a little bit. We do have two massive corn augers. Headers. Wow. This is one of our heated chops. So I do keep my water tank in here. Speaking of which, let's close that door. There are two doors here, but with the equipment I have, I'm only really going to be using this one here on the right. Well, as you're looking at it from the outside, it's on the right, but inside on the left. I don't know why I didn't have the shed lights on in here. So we do have a water tank. I do have two Low King trailers, exactly the same. I think these are unrealistic. But yeah, I've gotten a lot of unrealistic mods, and with the size fields that we have today, that's kind of why we are dealing with unrealistic, because of the size of the fields. I do have two X9 1100s. Only difference is the paint scheme, so we can kind of keep them separate. Instead of numbers, I went with paint schemes. And they're both American, which I love. This is one of our project trucks that we just recently picked up. It looks like it's in great shape. But it definitely needs a little bit of work to get it running properly. And same with this other Peterbilt back here, or up here, I don't know how you want to look at it. It's got the tandem steer axles in the middle, and the heavy axle have heavy wheel combinations on the front axle, as well as the tandem rears. So this is set up to do heavy haul with flatbeds, and like if we need to load these up on a trailer and take them to get them worked on, that's what this guy's gonna do. But again, got this guy for dirt cheap. We need to do some maintenance on him, some repair work, get him up to speed, so that way he can become, quote, a daily driver, or at least, well-maintained daily driver. So on one of the Low King trailers, we have this Volvo VNX 300. This is... Okay, yeah, this guy is the day cab. So kind of went with that one just because, you know, a little shorter wheelbase. I don't think it's really going to matter much with the size fields we have, especially with these guys running. Oh, and if you didn't, I'm sure you noticed, but we got tandem wheels on the back one and the track on this one. Why? Well, again, difference. Just wanting some different things here. And then this is the Mack truck. It's supposed to be black Anthem, but I asked them to paint it more this matte black cherry, I think is what it is. Or at least in the dark. Maybe it's just more of a dark red. I asked for black cherry, but you know, sometimes you get what you pay for. So that is what is in that shed. Oh, I forgot how quickly that closed. Oops. I go around this X9 to get out these walk-through door. Alright, so this is actually our repair shop. We do have a Fendt 1167 Vario, the tracked version. Have not had a chance to use this in the field yet, well, just because I haven't had a need to. This guy definitely needs a good solid wash. Our AR410. We had him working heavily in the field not too long ago. And apparently he's back far enough, he's cutting through back here. And a little area for parts and whatnot to be able to do our work. These doors are open mainly because we have a couple tractors sitting out here. So those are the two in there. These are the two other main ones. 8RX 410. And our very dirty one because it just got done working in the fields. 8R410. Tracked, non-tracked. So this one is set up with the side or saddle bags, if you want to call them. Saddle tanks, I guess is more appropriate. I like saddle bags because it makes me think of a motorcycle. So this is our cold storage area, clearly because there's no doors on this barn. Where are the lights? Nope. So this is the tractor that we have on loan. Kubota M8 201. That's one of our weights on the front. And along with it, we are going to be trying out this International 1490 grass cutter. Because we need to get some grass cut. Plain and simple. I don't have any animals yet because I don't have anything to feed them. So, yeah. We have a John Deere 2410 plow. That's not the plow that we used because, well, I was wanting to get things done for you guys. Volvo L180H front or wheel loader, I guess is technically what this is called. This guy is going to take care and use the massive, what is that, Snow Boss? The box blade that we have over there on the back side of the one shed. These are all of its attachments. We do have a front loader over here. So that way we don't have to have our tractors have any front load attachments. So we have all of its attachments here, including a snowplow as well. Ah. There it is. Let there be light. So this guy's here because, you know, mainly wanting to see about keeping some equipment out here. Not necessarily anything that, you know, may be affected by cold per se. It's just I don't really have any spot for those guys as of yet. Because once I get the other tractors, oh, I got a good stretch. Because I have 3 tractors that are sitting outside of the shed. The work shed. So, because that is a heated one, and the one right next to it with the semi-trucks and harvesters is also heated. At least heated enough to keep fluids from freezing, that is. Obviously, we can crank it up if we're working in there. So that's one of our unrealistic tools. Spreader for lime and fertilizer. This guy here is one of our seeders. We have another one there, our big John Deere one here, and a grain wagon, auger wagon. Because I think we're going to need that to chase the combines in some of these fields. You know, keep things going in the right direction. I have another spreader here. We have a mulcher. And I need to get its counterpart as a mower. Because unfortunately, for what I have available to me right now, they're both set up to be its own. So this one can only be a mulcher. The other one that I have was that someone modded to be a mower. I wish I could be able to just change this one to be whatever I need it to be. But unfortunately I can't right now. Just because I'm not confident in my abilities to be able to mod something like that. But yeah. So we have manure spreader and a cultivator. Which well, actually, no, I won't, because I have the rock picker that will do the cultivating for me as it picks up the rocks. This is a root crop storage, clearly, but not just for potatoes, as you see here. This can hold any of the root crops, to my knowledge. So, yeah, whenever I get grass, if I need to ferment anything or dry anything as far as grass goes, I can put it in here. And it'll hold it. And now we get to some of our manufacturing. This is a cement factory, so as I get the stones pulled out of the fields, I can drop them here. And we can... I think this... Well, there's a quick way to check. So this does cement bricks, cement bags, and roof plates. Does not do lime, but I think I have something else that does. Okay, this one does liquid lime. Apparently I don't have one that does lime. But yeah, this one, once I get lime, I can bring it over here and we can do liquid. Which the sprayer I have does liquid lime. It just doesn't hold very much, which is irritating. This is our liquid fert tank. This also holds liquid lime. This is our mixer, which I believe can do both cattle and... pig feed, if I'm not mistaken. Cannot go into there. Is there no... Huh. So you see the other ones have... Oh, it's just TMR, it looks like. Yeah, it just says TMR, which is fine for cattle. But I don't know how much I need because, well, you'll see what I have for the cattle. And all my flatbeds are sitting back here. That's the plow we use. That thing is massive, but it's quick and efficient. And, of course, our two grain headers. They're both the same. It's just we have two harvesters, so why not have two of the same headers? Just taking a quick look at some of our flat deck trailers that we got. Thankfully, all of these will not only work with our pickup trucks, but should work with the semi trucks just as well. Our gas tank, farm gas that is. This thing is amazing, by the way. If you guys don't use this on your farm, or you don't have it downloaded, you should. Because this is designed to sell you just about anything you need for farm use. Seeds, fertilizer, lime. I think it does even animal feed. So, oop, not the screen I wanted to get into. Wrong button. Let's go into construction. It's thinking, I think. Yeah, it's thinking. Alright. It took a hot second for that. Let's see if I can find it. Alright, so once you find it and download it, I don't know if I downloaded two different versions of this or just one, but the one I currently have is called Multi-Fruit Buying Station Discounted. Basically, you can buy anything you need on your farm at 60% off the market price. There is another one that's the same thing. It's just standard, no markdown or anything. It's just you buy it at there's a small discount. It's called Multi-Fruit Buying Station Real. You get 10% off the market price. So, because I just kind of went down all the way down to the bottom and started working my way up, I didn't actually see it. I thought there were two of them. Because if there's a discounted one, then there's usually a standard one, I guess. So, but yeah, that is, I apologize. That is when you go into it. Basically, when you go to look at your sheds, you want to go over to your containers. And depending on what other mods you have, mine is towards the bottom because mine is all sorted by price. So, yeah. Like I said, it's Multi-Fruit Buying Station, discounted. I don't remember who made that mod. It doesn't tell me. And this one's similar, but I kind of decided, I might do this one more for if I'm doing in bulk. This one more so if I'm loading up, say, a planter. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of, doing that. So this is our sheep barn. It's a Finnish sheep barn. And most of these, again, depending on the mods you have, you should be able to... that's just this basic one because I kept fighting with making my own. And I just said, what, I'm tired of it because I kept having issues going into trees and whatnot. So I'm like, what, not to mention I think I accidentally hit the wrong button and it just populated the basic one. And I'm just like, what, whatever, that's fine. This is our pig area. Pig barn. And as I'm sure you might be well aware, it's all the way on the opposite side of the farm as the house is. And our cattle barn. You know what I just realized? I don't think I have a chicken spot for chicken. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I just passed it. Of course, slurry spreader parked over here where we get the slurry. Again, we've gone through and kind of made our own pen for it. And down here is our area for the bees. They're not out because it is 21 degrees out right now, so they're very much hibernating. So yeah, they're inside staying warm where everyone else should be right now. If you're anywhere in the country at the moment, it seems, unless you're in California because of fires, I think. Yeah, I wouldn't want to stay in the house too if you saw a raging fire going on nearby. That's designed to help spread out the water throughout the area, but this is for our chickens. We can have up to 360 chickens in there. Can't believe I almost forgot where that was. And this is where we are gathering our honey. Because I'm going to be putting a lot more beehives around the farm and around the many fields that we have. Speaking of, I know this video is getting a little on the long side. It's already been half hour for me recording time. So, as far as what I own. Yeah, that's the one I want. So some of these are connected to fields. So like this square up here is connected to farmland 9. This area over here is apparently connected over here to farmland 14, which is where the fingers are for that farm. You can see a little bit clearer on this one, but it just, I happen to buy that particular one, and so yeah, like down here, if you want to buy this field, you have to figure out what it's connected to. Wait a minute. Wait, so I do own that? Because that's connected to 12. What the heck is... Hold up, I'm just now figuring something out. Okay, so that's 12. I didn't mean to do that. But yeah, I own field 13 down here. I don't remember buying it. I want to say it's connected to this square. I don't own up here. Oh, that's what it is. So this square up here is connected to 12. I'm gonna have to figure out when I get off camera if I can actually do anything with this field, because it seems like I own it. I didn't think I did. Can I turn any of them off? Because I want to see if I do actually own it. Because that it's green like I own it. You know, like this color green. So I'm thinking I own that. So yeah, it's really weird how some of these just random squares, like this one up here by where it says Whiskey Road, I own that. This one, I bought that just so I have a little bit more land, you know, right there around the road. So if I want to be able to curve the farm, that field closer to the road, I can. And I might buy 17 for the same reason. But yeah, that's kind of how we're looking right now. So that's where we're at for the farm. So I think what I'm going to do is once I get everything settled down as far as changes, equipment, and all of that, because I still might make a few changes to the equipment. I still want to get the animals bought. But I think what I'm going to do is start off on 0 with everything I have, but have like $1 million or whatever the highest dollar loan that we can get, and be maxed out on that and have that owed on to go against our account, if that makes sense. And then we're going to work on trying to get that paid off. So that's kind of what I'm thinking with this. Kind of a complete opposite of what I'm doing in Riverbend Springs, which is complete legit start from 0, start with only a pickup truck, which you guys are going to find out here in a couple days if you follow my channel anyway, that we have purchased some equipment on that farm, or for that farmer, because we don't really quite have a farm yet, but we're working towards it. Anyway, you'll find out if you watch that channel or watch that video. Just make sure you subscribe. Anyway, guys, if you happen to like what you see or catch yourself watching more than one of my videos, please do us both a favor and hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. That bell will let you be notified of every single video I post, and not just a select few here and there. If you made it this far in the video, guys, I want to say thank you, and I greatly appreciate each and every single one of you, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. So with all that being said, guys, we'll catch you in the next episode. So as always, take care. Peace.